Hello everybody, welcome back. We are going to be doing some Dormant Realm, uh, 3 log deep. We're going to try to do levels 5 through 10 today. Um, just gotta wait for a moment, see if anybody filters in. From what we experienced yesterday, I don't think 2 of our ships need the micro warp drives. I would only have it on 1 ship in this case. So I'm gonna go ahead and fit the capital batteries back on here. The reason I say that is yesterday's last Dormant Realm actually went fairly well. We slow boated our way from the beginning of the event to have one character go toward position 3 or pole 3, and then having 2 characters go toward pole 4. Once pole 3 was cleared, we then micro warp drived that character over to pole 4. I believe that might be our best way. I don't actually think we need the micro warp drive for that, since the character should be able to handle that kind of distance. So I don't know. We'll try it without today. That way I have the most amount of tank. We are currently running 2 characters with Navy capital torpedo launchers and 1 character with the barreled capital missile torpedo launchers. We haven't really changed anything else on this fit, so I guess we will go and look at what else we can do. I've considered something like a group shield booster, but it's just not worth my time or my fuel. I need to check capacitor real quick. We've got 4,800,000 capacitor, and that should be the same on all characters. That is good. Currently I'm still using the what do you call it? The longbow module for the extra scan resolution. However, I may find that not running it is also just as viable. We'll see what happens. If I find that I'm taking too much damage in a Dormant Realm, like in level 8, 9, or 10, I may choose to not activate the longbow and and only have the siege module going. That way I have the most amount of tank. Once we're in, I have to change around some module placement because I need to keep an eye on my main weapons. And one of the main issues we ran into yesterday was when I was using my lock all button, it was not activating my weapons, even though I have auto target next target, I have auto attack on, and I have auto lock on. So I'm gonna move my main weapons into one group and then move them over to the main page. And I will move something from the main page, probably my damage module, over to the second page. Hopefully that will solve that issue and I can more easily activate my modules while in the Dormant Realm. I did notice that we still have 10 challenges of Law of the Deep we can do. So if anybody wants to join in while we are doing this, feel free. Yep. Gotta create a fleet. We had some pretty good success yesterday. We were averaging about 14 minutes on our runs through here. I would say that is fairly effective. So we're going to try to make it through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 today. We'll be able to have a little bit longer stream today because I don't have to work tomorrow, so that is good. Alright, let's get our characters in here for level 5. Just a reminder that we can do up to difficulty 6, I believe, without using any challenges. Okay, this could take me a minute to move everything that I wanted to. Hate when it does that. Okay, so we're gonna check on where the first spawn is. So the first spawn is there. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna keep these two characters here for a moment until the second one will spawn. We are gonna go for application here.
We're under attack.
So now that we know where the second... No, that's not what I wanted to turn off. Now that we know where the second one spawned, we're gonna go ahead and head this way with this character. And this character will go ahead and go just a little bit past that as well. Like I said, we're going to get up to speed here, and then we will deal with whatever we've got. Actually, we should be going... I a little bit more this way with this character. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. Just gonna wait for it to kind of aim itself right a little bit. Hey, Azim! How you doing today? And we're gonna go ahead and activate our siege modules on that. Now we'll start drifting toward our main goals.
We're being warp scrambled. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yep, we're gonna try without micro-warp drive this time, since it kind of went pretty well in that last run without having to use one, other than for the last pull. So we'll see what happens. What do you think about the new Navy carriers? Do you think they're living up to what they should? Yeah, that was almost perfect aim on that. Gonna go ahead and get it back up to speed a little bit. We'll lock it back down at about 70. These guys need to climb in speed then. Now, that's a little bit far away, 36 kilometers. That's about right, what we would expect.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I actually really like the look of the Nidhogger. The Nidhogger Navy issue with 20% shield boost amount per level, that is the same as activating a siege module on a dread. See here, the siege module here on the dreads is 100% shield boost. You're getting that on the Navy Nidhogger.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Have I aimed that right? No, I have not.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I'd like to have a few Navy Nidhoggers. That sounds pretty good to me. It's either that or I'm gonna put myself back in the Saya. Okay, so we are 23 away.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
the only thing that's, like, a little bit hard about this is that you have to keep that science vessel alive. I haven't encountered anything, like, crazy in terms of, like, DPS yet,
We're under
though we
attack.
very well could. Okay, so this one probably actually needs to focus on that. This one needs to move to
We're
that.
under
This one needs to
attack.
move to that. There's a lot of, like, little micromanaging that you have to do with this. Hey, Jenner, good to see you. Should be one more wave coming, unless he finishes it right at the end here.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, 15 minutes and 19 seconds. That's not terrible. We probably could have been a little bit better on our positioning for that one. But overall, it was not bad. Okay, so that was level 5. Let's go to level 6 now. So I have to just get a little bit better at positioning. And starting earlier in terms of moving toward whatever target it is. I know where I need to go now, so that's good. Okay, so this one we're gonna do without longbow module. Okay, so that one spawned there. That means this one's gonna spawn here. That means I need to go this way with it. And these two, the gate is there, so I have to go kinda this way with it. And this one needs to kind of follow suit. kind of go straight forward from here. Once we're up to speed, we will start doing our thing.
We're being warp scrambled. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Okay, now we should be much better off.
We're under attack.
So we are 23, 19, and 18. It's not bad. This one needs to be actually like more this way. This one's kind of going the right direction.
We're under attack.
Hey, Kua, good to see ya. How you doing tonight? We're just working our way through the Dormant Realms.
We're under attack.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
We're under attack.
Yeah, we're doing VR3 today. We're working our way to level 10, trying to learn it along the way.
We're under attack.
What kind of range are we working with here? 58, that's why. Oh, we actually got 3 waves on this. pylon. Interesting. Okay.
We're under attack.
There we go. This will give us 84 kilometers. This has 58. Now I have 76.
We're under attack.
Okay. Well, we're working our way toward level 10, so if you want to join in on level 10, you're fine to. So long as we make it there.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
This needs to stay on that. Yeah, I don't think the Nestor is gonna survive this one. I'm working my way
We're
there.
under attack.
There's
We're
a
under
Phoenix in here.
attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I don't think the Phoenix is gonna survive. Not the Phoenix, the Nestor. So I need to position my ships on 2, 3, and 4. I mean, if you want to join in, that's fine. Like I said, I'm just learning all of this, so I don't make mistakes when I go and carry people later. If I can manage to make my 3 ships complete Dormant Realm 3, that means we'll have 20 runs that we can do on Mondays between Dormant Realm 3 and Dormant Realm 4. You know, I don't remember if they do have Navy carriers. I don't think they do. I think they just have, the faction carriers plus the regular ones. Yeah, this Nestor is not going to survive this. That's unfortunate. I'm just not quite in the right position.
We're under attack.
Yeah, the new Quantum Entanglement, is really good, I think. I haven't seen anybody use it yet, but it sounds really cool.
We're under attack.
I do like that the new Navy carriers have 4 flights rather than 3 for their fighters. So that's automatically a 25% damage boost
We're under
on top of
attack.
what they would have as a normal ship. That's insane. Say bye-bye to the Nestor.
We're under attack.
The Nestor's gonna die.
We're under attack.
I don't think they exactly do that. They just, ignore, like
We're under attack.
electronic, E-war resistance. I could be wrong, but I think it just ignores E-war. Say bye-bye to
We're
the
under
Nestor.
attack.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, so what can we do differently there? Well, for one, I need to automatically put one ship at pull 2, I need to get one ship to pull 3, and I need one ship to make it to pull 4. Yeah, I said the same thing, Kua. I don't mind spending ISK on these. I've got my Rorqual up right now for 140 billion, and I'm willing to trade the Rorqual plus 42 billion to try to get 2 Navy Nidhogger holes. Although if I can just sell it outright, then I will outright try to buy 2 Navy Nidhogger holes. Because that would pretty much put each one at about 90 billion ISK. If I can sell that and use all of my ISK to do that. The other option I have is to try to put up a trade for my marshals, and see if I can get 1 Navy Nidhogger. No, I haven't seen one on the market yet. I think they get scooped up a little too quickly. Still got a 1.4 billion on that. Yeah, there's just been, no movement in the market for these. I mean, as much as I like the cyan, and I can use it in high sec, I don't think I would, other than, like, waste seeker events. So that's why I'd rather have the fleet issue Nidhogger. I think it's just a better ship overall. Look how awesome that looks, by the way. Yeah, them cyans are down to like 40-something billion again. Look how awesome that looks, man. I also like the blue and white core, but Neon Rain is definitely the best looking. I mean, look at just the lights coming off the side when it does that. There it goes. Whee! Yeah, if I can pay like 90 billion for each one and I can get 2 of them, I'd be pretty happy with that. I'm gonna let, this contract stay up there for like another day maybe. But after tomorrow, I'm gonna change this to be what you see here plus 40 some odd billion, in order to... No, I doubt manufacturing. No, I have no skills in carriers right now. I believe I only have, like, very basic carrier skills. Yeah, I have no carrier command. I would have to reset this. That, that, that. that, I'd have to do quite a large reset in order to make the skills that I need. But it also wouldn't be that bad for me to drop a couple of level 5 skills, and go with that as well. So we'll see. If I do end up selling the Rorqual, I wonder if it would be more worth my time to put up the Rorqual plus all 3 of my marshals, in order to try to get my hit, and the 42 billion I have, in order to get the 3 Nidhoggers that I would want. I don't know. Just a thought on my mind. Alright, so we're doing this a little differently this time. We're going to plant each of our ships on poles 2, 3, and 4. I did complete level 5, right? Yeah, I was on level 6. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Damn. Hmm. I almost want to change my contract to that with the Marshals Plus. Oh, okay, cool. That's no problem. I'm just gonna do it. As much as I love my Marshals, I am getting more out of my Dreads, and I still have the Dominic's Navies. And I need to... Yeah, the Starbright core looks really good on him. But if you remember what I was talking about earlier, where I view all of my ships as assets rather than things that I get attached to, and this is one of those times where I have the potential to I have the potential to get something much more out of my ships. Nathan Marshall. I can still move the Starbreak Corps to, like, my Dominance Navy issue. And that's fine. So I need to trade 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus 42, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, I will see you later, Kua. Thank you so much for joining me. Good luck in school. It should work. Wait. There we go. Make sure I don't make that mistake. Oh boy. I'm still a little bit short, aren't I? No, I mean, I'm giving 42 billion plus 291, which puts me right about that market price. Ooh, I need 1.7 billion. So, I need to change this to 40. And I need to change this to 40. Yeah, that puts it at 331 billion. Remember how I said I was about halfway to getting a super carrier? Now you're seeing the kind of assets I was holding on to. And that's only some of my assets. I still have three Phoenix bodyguards and three Dominix navies, three Raven navies, a bunch of stuff in my hangar. Oh, what can't be traded? What can't be traded? Ah, my Marshall's nanocore. Which one is it? Is it you? Is it you? Yes, it's you. I kind of want to keep this. But at 1.3 billion, I don't care enough. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. New harbor fleet. Let's do this all again. Let's do the math again. 290 plus 40 is 330. I'll take it. That means they're getting a slightly better deal. Somebody out there is rich, right? Right, just make sure we're reviewing this. Uh, okay, mid-hunter fleets. Yes. 40 billion plus 290 billion. All of the marshals and the Rourke. Somebody's gonna want that. 3 mid-hunter fleets. Create. Okay, we're gonna see what happens there. Somebody's gonna want that. No. It would be a good trade if you're, like, actually aiming for that, but I'm trading pretty much 3 marshals to get 1 mid-hunter fleet issue. Equivalently. Oh, let's try this again. If any hostile assault carrier I don't need. Mm-hmm. That one. That one. Gonna go back to level 6. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we are going to move 1 ship to pole 2, one ship to pole 3, and 1 ship to pole 4.
Undocking.
Corporation chat's probably gonna be a bit funny for now. Okay, so this one needs to go actually to pull 2. This one needs to go to pull 3. And this one needs to go to pull 4, which should be somewhere about here.
Where B walks
Yeah, that
west.
looks about right.
We're under attack.
Okay, so this one should be spawning pretty soon.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
This one probably needs to stop.
under attack.
Okay, we did a little bit better that time. I'm still not having to worry about damage all that much. I might want to turn that off. Okay, so I need you to focus fire on that thing. Okay, and then the next one I need you to focus on is that one. Okay, so you're doing that. They need to do that. This one needs to go for this, right? Yep. Nesters and about just under the shields. Yeah, definitely way too slow. Alright, so we made it through this. I don't know if these ships are, if the Nestor's gonna make it through its next set of waves. But we should be in a better position now with our... We're probably gonna get one more jump here. Okay. There's definitely a lot more work trying to do this. Okay. We've got both of our capitals here in the middle. Now it should just be a matter of killing caps fast enough. This is the one time where I wish I had the micro warp drive, but I need to know how to do this without it.
We're under attack. 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 We're under attack.
Okay, so you need to
We're under
focus this.
attack.
You need to focus that for now. Look how quickly the Sea Whiz is controlling the, or killing the Capitals on top of my main guns. How did I get knocked so far down here? That's not good. This one actually needs to go here. This one needs to be firing at that. Yeah, definitely, like, really good job at them taking out small things pretty quickly. And the two ships with the big guns are taking out the Capitals pretty good too. I may not need 4 cat batteries. I may only need the 3 in the micro arc drive.
Docking request accepted.
Okay, that felt pretty decent for being bodyguards instead of whatever. Yeah, way better than last time. Than the Nestor actually survived. I've got to do something about that second one though. Maybe I need to send 2 of them to pull 2, 1 to pull 3, and then 2 to pull 4. So I can clear out those smaller ships a little bit faster. Yeah, you saw that too, didn't you? Purple Ocean Fleet issue. Funny. Right, so that was number Number 6 done. We're moving on to number 7. This is going to be a new tier of difficulty. Oh, darn. I was going to put on the micro warp drives. Oh well. Alright, let's try it again.
Undocking.
I think I'm slowly getting a little bit better every time in terms of, like, microing this. I'd say this is way less difficult than... so that thing's there, that means this one will be... Oh no, yeah, there-ish. This one will be going here-ish. This one will be going kind of like at a 45 here. Okay.
We're under attack.
I need to go up a little bit. There we go. That should be a little better.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Wow, this is definitely keeping me busy enough not to be talking too much. And I'm still forgetting things because I've got so much to do.
We're under attack.
Should be pretty close to it.
We're under attack.
This really gives you an idea of how effective Seawiz can be. Yeah, that's a huge upgrade, man. Like, that is a 25% damage increase from just having that extra fighter bay. They did not even have to change the stats. Man, I stopped it, like, perfectly in here, didn't I? I was just a little bit low.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, all of the Navy ships got 4 drone bays, but the Nidhogger gets the best bonus for it. Okay, so the Nestor made it out with a little bit more health.
We're under attack.
Okay, this one is parked almost perfectly inside. So this one needs to kill that. This one needs to kill that. This needs to stay on that target. Okay, so this one, when that's dead, we'll move on to that. When that's dead, we'll move on to that. Okay, now that that's going, we can move on to this one next. Wow, surprisingly, the Capitals were the last ones left. Yeah, this one's a lot more juggling. By far. I have to pay attention to one target in 410. I'm having to pay attention to small ships, capital ships, the health of the nester. It's a lot. I have to keep track of my capacitor. I have to make sure not to leave modules running. There is a lot going on here. Okay, this should all be small ships. Other than the one, capital ship that I'm killing right now. Oh my god, there's so much going on.
We're under attack.
I mean, I tell you what, if you want to get good at, like, managing all of your systems in a fight, this'll be the way you do it. I think it's a lot easier for... It'll be a lot easier for carriers, because all they have to do is just follow and orbit the science vessel, while their fighters do all the work. They don't have any high slots to really worry about trying to make that work. This one got bumped way off course.
under attack. We're under attack.
Thankfully, the first wave seems to always be small ships.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah. I can see this being extraordinarily difficult for level 10 with these ships. I think there's just a lot going on here, and I have no way of managing that. I also have to determine which ship is being targeted the most, and I have to try to remember to use my cap batteries throughout all of this sort of like micromanaging of everything. It's definitely pushing what I'm capable of in terms of keeping track of everything
We're under attack.
with this setup. Well, we might say goodbye to the nest, or I don't know. Yeah, way outside of the normal for DR4. DR4 is pretty much a set it and forget it. DR3 for these ships is much more involved. Hey, we won!
Docking request accepted.
Almost 20 minutes. That's a whole nother problem with this Dormant realm, is you have to pretty much be on it for 20 minutes straight, and then if you're gonna do 6 runs every week, that's... Hold on, what is that? That's pretty much 120 minutes. That's 2 hours of just focusing on Dormant realm running. Yeah, it is very taxing from what I'm experiencing right now. Of course, the carrier version of this might not be so bad. I am heavily reliant on my Sea Whiz actually hitting and damaging and killing the targets. Carriers don't really have to worry with that, because most times, fighters are just gonna obliterate anything in their path. Right. Level 8. My god. So from this point on, if anyone would like to join in, feel free. I think I've learned pretty much all I'm going to. After this, it's just more, trying to figure out how to keep the the science vessel alive. And I don't have a good way of doing that. I could throw 2 group shield boosters on each of my ships. And I'm still running 4-4. No, the target painters are kind of necessary. That's one thing about capital torpedoes that, um, is very unfortunate, is that you have to have the target painters if you're gonna do any sort of damage. So I think what I'll do is I will do level 8, complete that, and maybe tomorrow we'll look at level 9 and 10, so that way I can maintain focus during those. How much health was the, Nestor left on? I think it was like half of its hull, right? Oh, was it? It was still on armor when we finished up? 'Cause I thought it was on half hull. I mean, shoot, if we've got that much to play with, uh, maybe group shield boosters might not be a bad idea just for the excess little bit. Let's, 24 optimal. Did I replace the net? Yeah. Uh, that might just offset some damage in between travel and all that. I don't know. So now I can go between Dormant, Barreled, and DR3 if I want. Good. I hope someone does actually accept that, because that would be really cool to have 3 Nidhoggers for this. Make it a lot easier, I would hope. Just giving myself a moment to recharge here. Just looking through if I can sell anything. I've been through 100,000. Yeah, that's good. They needed to make the sniper fighters actually feel good. Okay, so this will be level 8. Yes. All of the Navy issue and Fleet issue carriers have 4 fighter slots. That is a 25% damage increase. That is also the main reason why I want one. Actually, I want 3. And of the new capital carriers, I think the Nidhogger is going to be the best one. I think if you want to be, like, really tanky, the Thanatos or the Chimera might be your option on that. Thanatos gets 100% armor repair bonus. Plus it gets the 5% fighter damage and the extra the fighter slot. Like, that is a lot to consider. 100% armor repair bonus is the same bonus that a Dreadnought gets for having the siege module. And these are not locked down. They can still fly around. They can still warp off. Oh, I did not see this. An extra 10 seconds of capital damage control activation time? Dang! Oh my! Yeah, so this one gets the light fighter flight velocity and damage with the shield boost amount and mobility. By far, the Nidhogger fleet issue is going to be your best, like, it's going to be your best carrier to move around in and deal with various targets. It's still going to be very tanky with double the shield healing. Ten seconds of capital damage control activation. The normal carriers don't have that. I just need to make sure there's not one that gets like 15 seconds. Because that would be wild. The Chimera is going to be really good for dealing with smaller, faster ships. Because it will apply damage much better. It's still fairly tanky. But I don't think 50% shield boost plus 20% shield resistance is going to offset what you can get out of 100% shield boosting. How's the capacitor on these things? Capacitor 62 to 50. Please be ridiculous. 61 150. Okay. 6,500 on the Archon. Or 65,000. 62,500. Okay, so the Archon has the highest amount of capacitor. I don't know. They look pretty good. Yeah, 20% resistance on top of it. Ten seconds of damage control. I think I have one of these in my hangar somewhere. There it is. You're gonna have 40 seconds? No! You can't do this to me! What? You just get 40 seconds of damage control on a carrier. Plus an extra 20% shield res and 50% shield boost. Or if you want to go with armor, that's the same idea. If you go with the Archon. Seriously? Yeah, you get a general unit for that damage control? My god, you've got like 50 or so seconds of damage control. And it does not break when you use it. You have 8 low slots. So that would be, for me, that would be 1 red, 1 damage control, 3 fighter things, the damage module for the fighters, and 3 cap batteries. Well, I need 1 cap battery and 2 shield boosters, maybe, or 1 shield booster and 2 cap batteries. 2 shield boosters, 2 cap batteries, 2 damage modules, the fighter control. Yeah, the Chimera is going to be really good in PvP. I think that's pretty awesome. It'll do well in PvE as well. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. Alright, now is your time to join in for level 8 if you want to do level 8. Did we look at the stock resistances of the Navy issues? Do they have just a naturally higher resistance like the Karura and the Hebris and stuff? I did not look at that. Eh, we've got a lot to look at. Okay, we're gonna go in if nobody wants to join. Alright, let's see what we can do here. See if
Undocking.
we can make it through. Okay, so I need this one to go kinda up and over. I need this one to go up and over. And I need this one to go with the other one. Okay, we've got everybody moving around. Let's get that first wave in.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
More like that. No, I believe it's a different soundtrack. Oh, now we've got battleships spawning in here. Interesting. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I need to take these off. I should not be using those.
being warp scrambled.
Oh boy, this is gonna go crazy, isn't it?
We're under attack.
I see why people want to web
We're
everything.
under attack.
Okay, enemy
We're
ships.
under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, this is level 8.
We're under attack.
I need to sort
We're
this
being
somehow.
warp scrambled. We're under attack. 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 We're under attack.
Once again, I keep forgetting about my capacitor. Yeah,
Under
Nestor
attack.
is not gonna make it. That's wild.
We're under attack.
I'm pretty sure we just found the hard wall for these ships. Yep. Say goodbye to the Nestor. Say goodbye. There he goes. I'm not on
We're
310
being
yet.
warp
I'm just on
scrambled.
Docking
3.8.
request accepted.
Alright, so that tells me that these ships are not capable of 3.8, 3.9, or 3.10. Because they just can't keep uh, anything alive and they don't do enough damage to what's going on. Fighters would be a lot better for this. We didn't even make it to the first pylon, or make it through the second pylon, I should say. That's a problem. So at least I have my answer. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Even if we had made it through that second pylon, the third pylon would have killed it with all the capitals that were there. And if the third did not kill them, then the fourth absolutely would. So yeah, these three ships are not capable of DR8, 9, or 10 in their current configuration. I don't have a problem with tank. It's just a problem of applying to a bunch of small ships that are fairly... Well, you have to remember that the bodyguards are not high DPS when it comes to small ships. I mean, you're starting with 2580 on DPS and 16 tracking speed. Every rotation it gets slightly better. So you can go 4 or 5 rotations. You can go 4 or 5 rotations and just not hit anything or do damage. Fighters aren't going to have that issue. They've got some travel time, but fighters will tear through everything in their path. So for like 15 or 20 seconds at the beginning of a wave, I'm going to be missing 4 or 5 rotations before I start doing actual DPS. And then as soon as I kill something, it resets the entire CWiz back to the stock setting, in which I'm going to go another 15-20 seconds before it gets powered back up to kill something else, and then resets it again. Every time one of those ships dies, and any of my CWiz are locked onto that ship, it resets it. Good learning. Good knowledge. The only thing I can do about that is try to put myself in some carriers, and we can do 8, 9, and 10 that way. Another thing that, like, one carrier would have over these ships, you can literally just follow and orbit a Nestor. These bodyguards could not try to follow any ship, much less themselves. Well, we can at least do carries of, like, DR37. So if anyone's missing, like, um, whatever nanocore it is, or not nanocore, whatever implant you get from DR37, I can carry in that. Barely. But I could do it. What'll be really good, um, if I do get my hands on these, mid-harbor fleet issues, I'll be using the Destiny generator, and I'll just be sharing heals from all three of my ships with the Nestor. The Nestor would not die at that point. Unless, of course, all three of my ships decide to go yeet him into oblivion. Have we determined whether or not the Destiny generator is only for hull repair, or does it share all heals? Upon activation, this generator establishes quantum entanglement with the target, enabling both ships to repair simultaneously. When one ship restores its hull or recharges its shield, the other receives a percentage of that repair amount. It should. There's no reason it shouldn't. So yeah, it'll heal for hull or shield. Doesn't do armor. Only self-repair and remote repair modules can trigger this effect. Yeah, the quantum generator is the Destiny generator is the only one that I would use. Let's have a look at the resistances. I had a question about whether the new Navy carriers are going to be naturally tankier. This will be a good test for it. Okay, all of the resistances are the same. The Navy has higher fuel tank capacity. You're like 40% more health overall, not including any of your bonuses, but still about 40% more. or 30% more, somewhere in that range. You've got about 2,000 more capacitor. You're faster with your flight velocity. And you've got one extra high slot. Why? Was the Nidhogger always just overall more health than the Chimera? That's kind of weird. Yep, same resistances. Almost the same capacitor on the Nidhogger. You've got 20 more gigajoules of capacitor. A little 10 meters a second faster flight velocity naturally. More power grid, which is nice. $846. That's pretty tanky. Those are really good armor resistances on the Archon Navy. That's really nice. Huh. Or you've got way more capacitor on the Archon Navy issue than you do the standard Archon. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Sheen's video. I don't really care. He didn't say anything really that much. Just the usual spiel. A little bit faster. The Navy issues have much better lock times. So the Thanatos Navy issue has the highest defense out of all of them. That's kind of fun. Interesting. Now, just out of sheer curiosity, what would be the best one to compare the Cyan to? Maybe the Chimera? You'll have way better defense. Like 50% more shield on the Chimera. Pretty much the same capacitor recharge time. And capacitor recharge rate. The Cyan has 81. The Chimera has 83. Cyan has way better scanning and locking. And better warp speed. Okay, how about the Lucent? I know this is sort of a force auxiliary weird thing, but how? That is wild. Lucent Moon is just kind of crazy, isn't it? I guess its best competitor might be the Archon. No? Yeah, so the Nidhogger would be its closest competitor. Same kind of lock time and lock strength, same mobility. Lucent has way better capacitor and way better defense. I say way better, but it's like 100,000 more hit points overall. It also has like 3 times the fuel tank capacity. Yeah, the new Navy carriers are like a good in between from carriers to versatile assault carriers, versatile assault ships. but they sort of have the same survivability as the versatile assault ships. Let me see if I can pull one of those up. Ship. Capitals. Let's do Vasago. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just right from the get-go, the versatile assault carriers are gonna have 3 times the fuel capacity. They're gonna have like 20% more hit points. They've got just about the same capacitor, almost identical capacitor. They're gonna have quite a bit better lock time and a little bit better mobility. Yeah. Yeah, I would say the new fleet issue ships and Navy carriers are gonna be they're gonna fit perfectly in between carriers and versatile assault ships. I like it. It's not broken. It doesn't seem like they're completely broken. Um, Although I might change my mind on the mid-hoggers. I might just go for Lucents. Lucent Moon can use the Fighter Bay 4, right? This thing? Lucent Moon can use this, right? Or does it have to choose... Does it have to choose, like, between this or the armor thing? I had a Lucent before they did that whole change, so I don't remember. I don't know what they have now. It doesn't tell me. What is that under? It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. Is it considered a low slot? There we are. So, I'm just trying to see. You can fit this and one of these, right? On the cyan? Or not the cyan, the lucent moon, right? You get both? Question mark? No, you only get this. Wait, I can put heavy fighters? No. I don't know enough about lucent anymore. Yeah, Jenner's got him. Don't know if he's still here. Hmm. Well, the next step is really getting my hands on 3 carriers of any kind, really, and fitting them and rigging them and training into them. So at least we know that we can do Dormant 3-7 and Dormant 4-10 as carries. Yeah, had a question for you, Jenner. Actually, a couple of questions. I don't know what the modern Lucent is like. So, on the modern Lucent, you will have your fighter bay plus the armor or shield option, right? And with the fighters, you have 3 tubes or 4 tubes? I've probably got a few different questions, so. So, this is what you would normally have on Lucent, right? And that would give you 4 or 3 fighter tubes. You can't you can't put one of these on Lucent, right? This is not an option, question mark? Right, well, I guess I'll have to think about this for a bit, think on what I want to do and how I want to proceed. Because while I really like the sound of the new carriers, Lucent sounds like it just performs better anyway. Especially as a fighter Lucent rather than, like, anything else. And they can still use remote repairs. Maybe Lucent is our answer. Alright. Well, thank you all so much for, well, what's the price on the Lucents? 65? I'd pretty much have to make the same deal, but without the extra, disc. I could buy 2 of these if I can sell my... That would be such a downgrade, would it not? I could almost... Look how close that is. Could have almost done it. I'd have to throw in... like 3 Dominic's navies to make that work. Hmm. Is that what it's called? Or is it called Hangar Bay? What kind of deal are we making here? 181. Uh, I mean, that's a pretty fair price. You're still getting about 40 billion more out of this trade. Yes, sir. See ya, Azum. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on the next one. Alright, I will see you all on the next one. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you want to find me on YouTube, it is Orion Ikawa. I upload most of my streams to that channel. I do play other games once in a while on Twitch, and it would really mean the world to me if you could leave a like or a comment, whatever it is. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much it means to me and how happy it makes me when I see your comments or your likes when I'm at work. It it just means the world. I can't thank you enough. Thank you all so much for coming, and have a great day.